What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new Civilization 5 AI only battle. A bit earlier than expected. Sadly, the other one just, if you didn't see or I haven't made a post about it yet, because obviously I'm not in the future, I'm further in the past. So I have to remember to do things at the right time when the video actually goes out. But sadly, I kept going past turn 300, but nothing happened. And then when I tried to make something happen, I tried to force them to declare war on each other, and it all just crashed. So we skipped that. We're starting a brand new one. Hope you're excited. Now, I was planning to do a Europe with city-states, and this was the best map, I thought. But sadly, the city-states sort of overlapped. There's only 7 city-states that were actually available, and they sort of overlapped with the civs, so actually none of them spawned in. So a bit sad, but it was a bit sad for them. But, you know, we've got a cool Europe map. Again, it's another smaller, mini kind of map with some new mods. I think it'll be quite exciting, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I will do a proper one with city-states at some point. It's coming. I'll just have to do like a world map or something, the usual world map. I said I wanted to do like a certain one with Africa, India, parts of Asia, and up to like Turkey, Ottoman territory. And there's actually the perfect map to do that in this new map pack I'm using, which is fantastic. However, it is the biggest map I've ever seen. It had its own category for size, and yeah, we're going to need like 10, we're definitely going to need 62 civs. We're going to need like 10, 12 in India alone. Like it is like the size of the usual world map, but probably bigger. Probably, if you're familiar with the old map pack I used, and this is obviously an advanced version of the same one, the Yet Not Another Earth map pack, there's a really big Earth map in that one. It's a similar size to that, but it's zoomed in. So obviously areas like Persia is just huge. The Arabian Peninsula is massive. There's like an Egypt on there that takes up like a quarter of the map. It's huge. So we're going to need a lot of mods and some time to build into that one. But we've got a cool Europe scenario here. I've moved the civs around. I've spent all day trying to get it to work, which has really delayed some of the other videos I've been working on. But whatever, we'll crack on. I'd love to do a behind the scenes kind of like vlog thing one day, and I'm getting a haircut next week, so maybe we could actually move into a do some sort of vlog thing. The face cam won't be so bad either. But yeah, we'll go over some of the mods. So we got Ireland and the Celts in Britain, and you see it's bigger than the normal Europe map, but if you've looked at the mini map, it's zoomed in on northwestern Europe essentially. But we've got England. We had a masterstroke. This is Great Britain under Winston Churchill. I moved them here, and the hope that their capital would be Birmingham, and it is. That's just pure luck. But yeah, there you go. So we got England and them, Great Britain. Here we have got Brittany, Aquitaine, France, Normandy, and Burgundy. So a lot of new French civs, essentially. We've got Belgium and the Netherlands, as usual. I think I should have put Normandy way more up this way, but I have no idea now. Doesn't matter. Okay, some of them aren't perfect. Like some of them, again, I did rely. Like Burgundy and Brittany just spawned here. I know Brittany's here, but I don't know. Burgundy just spawned here. I don't know if Dijon is here, but I thought it was close enough, so I just left them here. Whereas some of these I moved. Normandy I took a stab at. Aquitaine was more of a Google. It's more like over here, but I thought it'd be a bit close, so I gave them some space. So, you know, Denmark's here. With no Copenhagen. Not sure why. Oh, it's because there's a Denmark civ that didn't work, so I think they probably took Copenhagen. There was like a Denmark and Norway mixed civ that I was going to put in, but that didn't work. So we got Saxony, who I think might break, so they might get booted out. Apologies to them if that happens. I'm just going off memory from like years ago here. We've got regular Germany and Poland. We then have East Germany, Austria, the Czech Republic, who by the way have the funniest leader picture ever. This dude does not fit at all, but fair enough. And we have Hungary, or Royal Hungary here, which is Elizabeth Bathory's Royal Hungary. We have also, sorry to these civs on the edge. They lost a few tiles for some because they're too near the edge. So sorry about that. We have another Poland. Warsaw sadly didn't get the Birmingham masterstroke here. Krakow was here. Warsaw's over here. But we'll call this the Commonwealth. It is the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. So we'll just call this the Commonwealth, EU4 style. Russia. Then up here, just because I was running out of civs, Prussia just wouldn't load. No matter how many times I tried to get the mod to turn on, ignore that giant death robot. We're a high level productions here. We have the Soviets, who look like they have some sort of new colour scheme, or they're just a different one, but they're here. Then we have no Finland, because they wouldn't work. So we have a civ called the Swedes, who will basically be Finland. I'll refer to them either as North Sweden or just Finland. Like we could just call them Finland for the sake of this, like to fill a gap. I did mountain off this area up here just because there's not many civs up here, so I thought it might be a bit big, and we might have to mountain off some more of it as well. if they get super OP. And then we have Sweden, normal, and Norway here. So there we go. That is everyone. Place your picks as usual. We will be obviously doing some more depth. It won't be quite as quick as the one we just did on Asia, but it will be similarly there. Similar, not quite as busy. Now, this should be, it is deity, it is quick speed again, but it should be domination only. Okay, my game's just broken. It is do you know what, this is really annoying, because this time I specifically checked. It is on domination only. It's not loading into the game as domination only. So yeah, that's strange. Okay, that was the last thing I had to check, and I forgot. But that's not something I can fix. That is a bigger issue. Like, that's okay. It was definitely tick domination only. Like, I've made this game over 15 times today, different maps to try and get a series up and running. So yeah, I know it's definitely on domination only. That's obviously a bug or something, I'm afraid, with one of the mods, or something going on. So yeah, we will have to live with the non-domination only. The only real negative to it does seem to be that after like at the end of the game, they do seem to leave each other alone. Like, there's no one winner. They do stop, like at turn 300. We saw that in the Asia game. There was no wars between turn 300 and 380, which I ran it to afterwards. There was nothing. So it's probably similar. But here we go. Everyone's slapping down their second cities. I'll just let it run to turn 10. And then we can, everyone should then have 2. We can go and have a look around, see how the map is looking early on. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. There's some new mods. Hopefully none of them break. This is episode 1. I didn't do a test, so I'm realizing that was a giant mistake now. But never mind, we're here. We're in episode 1. I might do a test. If we get through episode 1, then I'll test after that. But we get some pantheons. We'll look into all of those in some real depth in the coming moments. Yeah, essentially, we'll look into those in more depth throughout the series, see who gets them. But yeah, there's 28 civs, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have a check in a second. I think there's 28, or it might be 28 including me, because I remembered to protect my submarine this time. Also, Iceland wouldn't work, so this is colonizable. If someone wants Iceland, quite a big Iceland, they're more than welcome. It looks a lot more green than you're imagining Iceland to be, I think. I know Iceland isn't completely covered in snow. I have actually been, but this does look maybe a bit too green. I don't know, maybe not. I only went to like this part, so not the best view. We've already got some civs in the classical era. I will try and remember the leaders' names. I know what. Oh, we're already at turn 15. Never mind, we've gone too far. Stop. Right, here we go. So Ireland, yeah, pretty simple. Southern sort of island city makes sense. They already have another settler up. The Celts went north with Cardiff. I think that's a good move from them. Go get the rest of Scotland. The New Britain Civ went in with Leeds, which is sort of between Wales and Cornwall, Devon area, Somerset. England went with York to the south. Right, over here in France, we got a mess. Brittany went into sort of what you'd normally associate as being Brittany. Aquitaine just went north. France went west with Orleans. Normandy, they tried to squeeze out. We're here with the city of Caen. Cayenne. We're not doing these French ones again. Dijon was settled obviously as the capital of Burgundy, and they've gone sort of east this way. They've got a lot of space here, which could be interesting, especially if they block off these other French civs. This area could be an early bloodbath. We've got the Netherlands going south with Rotterdam. Belgium also went south with Antwerp. Denmark went west with Aarhus. Saxony went up with Wittenberg. Germany went east with Hamburg. Poznan was settled to the east, right next to the Commonwealth with Vilnius and St. Petersburg. So these three all fighting out for this territory already. And Poland has a third settler already. I saw Ireland had one too. The Czech Republic, or Czechia, I think I was told to pronounce it as last. I've settled south. Words are really hard to read. That blue is like tripping me out. Alright, Salzburg from Austria to the east, and Hungary along this lake, which if you're wondering in terms of map-wise, I think it's a bit large, but this is actually a lake in Hungary. I think if you look on Google Maps, it's not where, the top of Italy is. That's sort of more over here. This is just there's a giant lake in Hungary. I think it's Hungary on the map. I looked at Google Maps to try and work out what civs I can include and be accurate as possible. But I think it's a bit wider than it probably should be, but I don't know. It looks, yeah, it's probably maybe like a tile too wide, but it doesn't matter too much. It's a pretty cool little lake. I mean, it's not going to make any gameplay difference, right? Hungary, unless someone, I don't know, it's not going to split up. No one's going to fight anyone over it. It doesn't matter. There was another map that was more detailed on Western Europe that had where the biggest rivers, so one here, the Rhine, obviously, the one in France, the Seine. those ones were actually like 1 tile wide sea tiles that was like really zoomed in. But again, I would have needed like more civs for each area at that point, because you know it's more micro at that point, not macro. Denmark already crossing the water, which is good. Norway did settle to their east, Sweden came south, and the Swedes, or Finland, we'll call them Finland. We're just going to call them Finland. It's fine. Ignore it. Sorry. They are actually the same colour as the Finland mod I used to use, so it should be okay. So Finland settled to the south. The Soviets went south with Kharkov as well, which leaves a lot of space for these guys, so we might have to chop off a little bit more of it. My one idea was like just fill off these mountains, and then if they have to come round, at least it wastes their time, you know. But there we go. That is the first few turns for everyone. 15 turns. Religion overview. There is some pantheons. We already have Brittany with a goddess of protection, 30% increase in their combat strength, so they can be able to defend themselves. Aquitaine also, so 2 religions in the French region. They went for food from camps, and then culture from plantations for the Celts. I have no idea how many plantations they have. They have citrus, which is definitely not growing in the UK, but there you go, and definitely not in Scotland, I would assume. Biggest militaries already. We won't look into that list too much, but there we go. First wonder, Czechia completes the Temple of Artemis. Nice little wonder for them. And I also did just see a 3rd city go down for Poland with Gniezno up here. So that's pretty big. But yeah, we'll make our picks at the end. There's 19 minutes of gameplay yet before we make a dodgy pick. We'll try and get to turn 50 again, right? That's how we nailed it in the last series. It was perfect. I think this one will be slower. There is like twice as many civs nearly, and the map is. Would you say the map's bigger? I think it's a little bit taller. I think it's like more tall, but width it's probably the similar sort of width as the map we've just played. But yeah, I think it's a bit taller like this way. And I think there's a bit more land and a bit less water. But I might be completely wrong on that. So, particularly Scandinavia, it looks huge, which is why I might need to nerf these civs somehow. We'll figure that out at some point. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, it'll probably just be something to do with mountaining off land. Even if it's cities they already have. Actually, no, that doesn't work. I don't know. We might have to figure it out. But look, this whole area is mountained off up to here. So they have to, if you want to get into this bit, you've got to sneak through here. But yeah. Actually, no, you can't get into any of this area. So yeah, there's at least that. Right, we've got a few civs now with 3 cities. Ireland with Belfast on the western coast of the island. The Celts also came down with Truro. And England grabbed Nottingham on the sort of south coast, although it's not actually a coastal city, which is an interesting choice of placements. And we're going to get to 25, and I'll look over some more of the new pantheons that have come through. Great library for Burgundy. Interesting technology, interesting development there. That's going to be a free science, of course. No, I'm getting these all wrong. Brittany with a 3rd city here towards Aquitaine. We'll see where their settler ends up. Obviously, France and Normandy have not got one yet as well, so that'll be interesting. Denmark already pushing into sort of Germany, so that could be quite interesting with Kaupang here, and they'd have another 2 settlers here. Oh my goodness, maybe they could be the nerf to the Scandinavian nations. Now the Holy Roman Empire was supposed to be here, like this was supposed to be their game, and ideally Venice is as well, but they aren't actually quite on the map, sadly. But yeah, there is a lack of city-states, so it doesn't matter. There will be a game for those 2 civs, I promise, and obviously Austria will have a game where there's city-states too one day. Graz though is a 3rd city for Austria. Who else got a 3rd? I think Russia nabbed a 3rd one. Yep, they went north with Novgorod. I'm just checking the mini-map. None of the others have got a 3rd just yet. But that is interesting from Denmark. And there you go, Britain into the classical era. But once we get to 25, we'll have a look at some of these pantheons. See what else has come through. Here we go. It's flying through nice and early on. Lovely. Russia, Soviets, sorry, already with a good population. It does annoy me sometimes that the Soviets have... They're very like out of date, right? The rest of the civs are sort of, you know, very classically eraed sort of civs. Even England, I mean, Great Britain's a bit imperial, as is more like Germany. East Germany, I guess, as well, is very modern. And Czechia is pretty modern as well, I guess. But yeah, they do have a weird feel to them using the Soviets from the start of the game. But they spawn in a perfect location, so you got to be pragmatic sometimes. Right, we now have a 3rd city for Finland up here as well. They're sort of splitting both ways, which I like. I'd rather them sort of split their attention both ways instead of like going aggressive this way or taking all of this land, and that gives time for Sweden, Norway, Soviet Union to at least take some of it as well, which is kind of what I was concerned about. But let's have a look at some more of the religions. Here we go. Okay, so England went with God of the Sea, production from fishing boats. They're quite a naval civ, so good choice. Ireland went for gain faith if they win a battle within 4 tiles of their city. Russia, happiness from cities with 6+ population. And Belgium went for science with a city connect. A lot of these are in Western Europe. Only Russia out of the eastern side of this map actually getting anything. Denmark now has 5 cities. That is insane. Okay, Rebay here. So they've crossed already into Scandinavia. And Viborg here in northern Germany. And Belgium completes Stonehenge, which is a good step towards getting the first religion for them. So that's pretty good. I did see Norway here with a couple of settlers, and they're both going into the mountains, which is pretty interesting. And Sweden grabbing Helsinki, and they have another settler too. There is going to be some monstrously big civs on this map. I can already feel that. And that's before anyone dies, right? If someone dies, it gets even crazier. So we'll see how this all works out. The Soviets did not grab a 3rd city. It just looks like they did because this territory is over the sea on the minimap. Celts with the first religion, though. Catholicism is up and running in Scotland. They also have a 4th settler. And the first war has begun. Germany versus Saxony. We'll have an eye on this. This could be pretty big. I mean, if Germany just goes and kills Saxony, I think, as you'd say, that's a great start. I mean, it's a terrible start for Saxony for obvious reasons. But for Germany, I mean, they'd still have less cities than Denmark. So that just shows you how crazy the Danes' start has been. I'm just checking my audio because there were some issues before we started. It is recording. I'd cry myself. Like, after the day I've had setting this up, if the audio didn't record, I would just cry and give up. I'd probably literally just take the video footage and like fake the commentary afterwards and pretend I knew what I was saying at the time. But there we go. The Czechians, or Czechia, have completed their 2nd wonder, the Parthenon, which is a pretty big one. Good job. Cultural there. Austria now with a pantheon. I'll just read them out as they come up now. It's probably easier. Goddess of festivals, culture and faith from wine and incense. They have some wine. That's a good choice. There you go. You got 2 of those, so that's nice. You're going to get something from that. 2nd religion goes to Brittany with Buddhism. So we have Buddhism over here in the far western part of the map. And also we have the Celts with Catholicism, which, I mean, there's plenty of cities to spread that to. There's going to be loads in the British Isles alone, so it's not really a concern that there's not necessarily super close. There is so much going on. Oh my goodness. The Netherlands grab a 3rd city in Utrecht. Belgium also has a settler. Germany is making good progress against Wittenberg. Burgundy with a 3rd city as well. Denmark with 5 still. So I was getting lost there. Sweden does have another settler. Norway grabbed 2 over here. Not the best locations, but fair enough. I'm just hoping, as long as they like keep some space open for themselves up here, don't let Sweden cut you off. Soviets did grab Minsk up this way towards Finland, which is what I wanted to see, really. I want to see them two go head-to-head and get in each other's faces, and the same goes for Sweden, because this is the biggest area with the least civs, so they do need to get in each other's faces a little bit and balance each other out. Poland here with 3. The Commonwealth have grabbed their 3rd, right between Poland and Russia, and Hungary just grabbed a 3rd city as well. There you go. Oh, religion founded. Ireland has gone for Confucianism as their third religion. So that's gonna. The British Isles is very divided religious-wise already, and contributing a lot of the religions. If England has one too, Belgium with Hinduism in Brussels. All 4 religions now in very far west on this map. Someone's gonna have a great religion out in Eastern Europe, and Russia seems to be leading the way for that. Finland has completed the statue of Zeus. And they have a unique unit, which is pretty cool. Swede. But I guess we could call them the Swedes, but then that would get confusing as well. But there we go. Germany conquers the city of Wittenberg. So there you go. Germany, the early aggressor. And that's a real shame for Saxony. If they don't even make it by turn 40. It's, new mods. I think they're new. We may have used them once before, like I said. But I think they're new, mostly new. So it's kind of a shame for them. But we do have Belgium with a 3rd city going down, and it looks like the Dutch are already set. If you go settle here in East Anglia, that would be hilarious. And they have another settler too. There's a few entering the medieval era. But what is this? That is Normandy with the Mausoleum Italicanensis. They have some good cities up now. We have another pantheon. There's Finland. 15% faster border growth. Interesting. There is the quicker border growth mod on as well, so their borders are going to grow very quickly. And then we have Hungary versus Czechia, which seems pretty likely. Czechia did just grab their 3rd city here. Yeah, Hungary versus them. That seems pretty reasonable. Austria grabbed a 4th city as well. Germany is probably going to win this, I'm afraid, for poor old Saxony. At least it happened in episode 1. No one's going to pick Saxony and be disappointed, right? I wonder what East Germany will do. They're actually the only civ, I think, now with less than 3 cities. Okay, no. Them and France and Normandy, the only with 2 cities left. But East Germany just declared war on Austria. So there you go. They are planning something. We'll see how this goes. Austria looks very spread out, so this will be quite interesting. But yeah, Germany going to grab Dresden. I mean, if this is Germany's game, we always talk about it. Germany are one of those civs who never do well in an AI battle. I've had them do well in one, and I remember Poland and Britain sort of sandwiched, where they were sandwiched between, it was them, Poland and Britain were all like equal strength, and Poland and Britain just teamed up and wrecked them. It was really sad. But there you go, Saxony eliminated already. Didn't take long. We have some more beliefs. We'll look at those later on. Russia did get Eastern Orthodoxy, which is a good fit as well for them, obviously. They usually pick that if Ethiopia doesn't get it first in world games. The Netherlands with another city. Saxony's dead. Belgium grabbed the Terracotta Army, although they only had warriors and scouts, so that might have been a terrible choice. But I guess you got to wonder. They got Stonehenge too, so there you go. 2 wonders for them. Another settler for the Dutch as well, covering the map in orange. It looks like they gave up on going to the UK. They're coming back. Is there any new cities here? And the new one up here from the Celts. It's a very French name, but fair enough. I don't think you can't make it to Iceland yet. There's deep water is sort of preventing that, but it won't take these civs too long to get there. Another Norway settler, and Denmark did attack Sweden. I don't know how that will go. It's a bit early, but to be making this kind of crossing, but you never know. It'd be really cool to see Denmark just like some naval battles in the Baltic Sea here. I mean, it is now the main area that's going to have naval battles, and I guess obviously the North Sea as well. And here's going to be pretty contested. But yeah, mostly that part of the world. How are Hungary doing? Not too much damage. Maybe they might be successful here. This city looks pretty open. And so far, Austria's held East Germany okay. Germany does now have a 5th or 3rd settler for them, but you know, it will be a 5th city. And Aquitaine now founds a religion as well. They're all in Western Europe. They also grabbed a city towards Burgundy. But look at France and Normandy, just no settlers. If the Dutch come and settle in here, that's definitely going to trigger some wars. I can feel it already. Yep, there you go. The Celts, I mean, Normandy now has like no option but to fight people. The Celts do complete the Great Lighthouse, which is good for them. And oh, Britain did make it into Northern Ireland. That is going to annoy the Irish, isn't it? But they do get their own 4th city, so that would be interesting. And there you go, I called it. France straight away. France actually, they have to come round, but yeah, they could probably conquer this. That would be a good move. And Denmark via the Netherlands. I mean, Denmark, you're fighting Sweden as well. Just pick one and settle, okay? Just because you've got the most cities at the moment doesn't mean you just go bully people straight away. Wonder where this Norwegian settler's going to go. I mean, I'm all for it. Yeah, okay, just go and try and trap Sweden in. I'm not sure how that will work. I think we're going to get a bit of border gore out of that. Hungary and Czechia pieced out. They came close, but yeah, no one took anything just yet. And then Austria is, for now, holding off. But the city of Graz, under a little bit of pressure. We'll keep an eye on it. Germany with another settler. Right, last time I did look at the info addicts at turn 50 in the first episode. Now, we're nearly there. Today, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to 100 first. Just so that, you know, the picks can be a little bit less strategic. You know, let's have some fun with the picks. I'll do a map review before we make those picks. I haven't really thought of mine yet. I've got some that I'm thinking about. Burgundy's one of those. They grabbed another city here. Switzerland wouldn't work either. What the heck? Some of my mods just aren't loading properly. I'm sorry. It is like the game's over 10 years old. Like, I think it's allowed to break. And some of the mods probably haven't been updated in like 3, 4, 5 years either. So that you can't expect them all to work together all the time. I'm glad. I think we got a good roster here, though. I think there was supposed to be like a Danish-Norwegian hybrid civ that probably would have gone out over here somewhere, or you know, I would have just filled in somewhere with them to add to Scandinavian. Like, I did try to get Finland as well, but that wouldn't work. But if those two were both here, I think that would be like the perfect scenario. But it doesn't matter too much. Hungary does complete the Great Wall down in this corner, so if Czechia retaliates, they can at least sort of, you know, defend themselves. And East Germany reaches a peace deal with Austria. We'll see what their relations are like with regular Germany, or West Germany, whatever you want to call them. That was the thing. I was trying to pick where to move these guys, and I didn't want to move this Germany, so I was sort of like, they need to be east of this Germany, ideally. I can't put them here just because that would fill the map a bit better. It would have been too weird. I could have removed this one, but like they were in the right place, so it just didn't seem worth it. Right, here we go. Turn 51. We're past that. And a city does fall to Denmark. I didn't see that. That just came out of nowhere. Helsinki goes to Denmark. I mean, I don't want Sweden to die, but I would like them to sort of push north instead of south. That would make the game a lot more interesting for everyone. The Celts versus England. Okay, that is probably the least important battle in the UK, but fair enough. We'll keep an eye on it. London's kind of safe here, I think. Ireland completes the Colossus, which will give them a free cargo ship, if I'm not mistaken. Although I don't think they've unlocked cargo. Oh no, yep, it's here. That's good for their economy. And then Norway completes the Chichen Itza. I can't remember what some of these wonders do. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to try and bluff it. Good job. I think that's something to do with Golden Ages, isn't it? Where is Germany going? They at war with someone else I forgot about. Also, France has not made much progress here, but this city's really low, like defensively, so they could come and grab it in theory. Oh, Germany's going for Belgium. This will not work. They are very spread out. And Denmark, now with their unique Berserker units. This is definitely their era in terms of this game. This is their time to shine. They do peace out with Sweden, and they grab Sigtuna. Okay, so Sweden's in trouble. That is like the last civ we needed to be in trouble. Thanks, Denmark. Great. I mean, if Denmark's really strong here, and then these guys are really strong, that's not as bad. And obviously Norway will probably be quite good. That makes for it quite interesting, actually. Britain completes the Hanging Gardens, so they'll have faster food growth in Birmingham and Leeds. And there you go, Sweden and Denmark do reach a peace agreement. The fake Finland have grabbed their 4th city and some good copper mines. The Soviets have not got much attention this game, but they got some good population. This city is in a really cool location. Very weird kind of borders, but it looks cool, like aesthetically. Probably not the best civ location. You know, 4 of your original tiles around your capital being water. Probably not ideal. There you go, they will connect to Minsk. They're kind of safe though, right? It's going to be very difficult for this city to be conquered by this if Finland gets really strong. I mean, this one may be different, but yeah, this one's pretty safe. Russia has added 2 more very recently. Rostov and Yaroslavl here. Poland's still at 3. Hungary grabbed another one in here. They're probably going to lose the border connection there, but okay, worth a try. Also, Warsaw is at 16 for the Commonwealth. Very impressive. I want to get, yeah, Eastern Europe. Europe is very full. In fact, the only area that really has some space is here, where East Germany is going to squeeze a settler in anyway. And yeah, lots of Scandinavia. But the mountains don't make this as useful, so I'm not super concerned. I'm happy with how it's progressing. And Austria declare, oh, they have a settler going this way too. That's good for them. They go after Germany, which is a surprise because they did not look prepared at all when East Germany attacked them. I thought they might lose a city, but now all of a sudden, I guess Germany's about to get Ghent. This could be a mess. I mean, I guess Germany doesn't mind if they lose like Dresden. It's not like a disaster. Like losing Hamburg and Berlin would be a way bigger problem. Denmark is going after Groningen up here, and Ghent does go to Germany. Yeah, Germany now, just come back and defend. That's what you need to do. I mean, I know Belgium may get Ghent back if you're not careful, but just come defend from Austria, please. England and the Celts pieced out. Nothing really. Oh, no, never mind. Just another day at the office. Nottingham goes to the Celts. Why would you do that? Why? Can't win. Can't win. Right, next turn. Boom, we'll do one more turn and I'll do the map review and we'll do our picks. Or I'll start the map review now. So, oh, there we go. Belgium does peace out with Germany. So that was a good move for Germany. Ireland completes the Oracle. And this is where we'll start our map review. Oh, there's some big wars. We'll check on those in a second. Ireland completes the Oracle. Free social policy. And they're up to 4 cities in Ireland at the moment. Pretty strong. They've got a unique unit now. So we'll see how that goes. We'll have to clear out the Brits in Northern Ireland. The Celts currently with 5 cities, if you include Nottingham down here. Britain with 2 so far. And England with 2 as well. Over here we've got Brittany with 3 along the coast. All coastal as well, and they have a unique unit. Aquitaine here with 3 as well, including Bordeaux, one of the bigger cities in the world. Orléans, Paris, and now Lyon has been settled by France. And they are going for Breda here of the Netherlands. And I think if they commit to this, they will get it. Normandy still with 2. Little concern for them, but they're both really good sides. Rouen and Caen. Sorry if I've got those completely wrong. The Netherlands with 5, but they might lose Groningen and Breda, so keep an eye on that. Belgium dropping to 2 already. That's a sad sort of story for them. Burgundy currently with 4 in this region, and there's still plenty of land here. Not many resources though. If you look inside, there's some deer. That's about it. So maybe not the best. location. Germany, very good start, up to 5 cities, but they will have to defend against Austria here. What else are we... Oh, Austria did just grab their 5th city. There you go. East Germany may squeeze one in too. Czechia with 3 cities. Hungary with 4, although this one's not as useful. East Germany with their 2 here at the moment. Poland here with, what is that? A Polish voivode. I've never seen that before. I'm guessing it's because they're on at the same time as the Commonwealth. It might give them their own unique stuff. Germany does have another settler up here, which would be actually a good... this area is still surprisingly open. Go get a coastal city or something could be quite interesting. Although we will note there is some wars, so we'll see what happens. Commonwealth with a couple of cities. Russia with 5 up this way. Then have the Soviets with 3 here. Finland with 4. Norway with 5. They are very hard colour to see here, but they are here. Sorry about that if that's hard to see for anyone. It's very, very faint. Denmark with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including 2 they gained off a struggling Sweden, but they have got up another settler for themselves. So there you go. Leave your pick in the comments down below. If you get it right, you get the winner. You will get a shout out. I have never picked correctly. Technically, I picked correctly once because we used score to sort them, but yeah, that's not how we did the winner. So kind of half a victory for me. But usually, I think this will be back to normal. Usually, it's a bit of a common thing on the channel. Whoever I pick tends to have done really well in episode 1 because, you know, I want to win, and then they all die in episode. They'll die completely in episode 2, so it never goes too well. I am torn. There's a few I like the look of. I want to go for one on mainland Europe. No offense to the UK civs. I think one of them will emerge victorious, but that's kind of a battle in itself, right? I don't think they'll go on to win the whole game. They might be in the top 5 or top 10, whoever has all of it, but I don't think they'll win. I'm really torn because obviously Finland, they're kind of probably going to be really good. I just feel like they look, oh my god, they actually look insane. That is so many units. Because they're spread out, it doesn't look as bad, but that is really good. Compared to like the Soviets who are just empty. They did just declare war on Germany, by the way, and so did, East Germany join. I did not see that. Okay, this could be interesting. Austria and East Germany putting aside their differences, and I think Poland might be about to do something too, whether that's Germany or Denmark. I don't know. I don't know. I'm tempted by Norway. I do like the look of Burgundy, though. I literally have no idea. So, on that, I'm going to go with Burgundy. But let me know who you go for. Let's go Burgundy. I'm trusting you. I don't want to go for one of the Scandinavians. If you are looking for an easy pick, I would say, not easy, but, you know, go for one of the Scandinavians. Finland, Norway, or Denmark, if you want like an easy win. Well, not easy win, but a civ that's made a good start. But there's other big civs out there. Russia looks good. Yeah, some of the others, Germany's made a good start. If they hold on to their stuff, they will do really well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, I would appreciate it if you could turn on notifications. But on that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.